After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello, welcome to Pinhook and Needles episode 130. It is Tuesday, November 25th, and I don't know what time it is. It is 2:49. Ooh, early. Early, yay. So we should have good light. Welcome to...
I actually had to move the light so it wasn't shining directly on us. So it didn't wash us out.
Okay, well, that's good. I want to welcome all new and returning viewers. Thank you for joining us. We know that, especially now, there's a lot going on for Christmas and Thanksgiving.
And who are we that we are welcoming people?
I don't know. Who are we?
Who are you?
I don't know. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Furnico, just about everywhere, except for my writing sites where I'm either Marlisha or Shadowlight. I'm not very active on the social media except for Ravelry and maybe Instagram.
I am Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy, on Ravelry and Instagram, and just about everywhere else of any import.
Right. Okay. As I was saying, we want to welcome all new. Welcome.
I welk you. We welk you. We welk all of you.
Welk. Doing the work. Anyway, we'd like to welcome all of you. We know that there's a lot going on with the holiday season, so we're glad to have you with us. Denise, I will take up your challenge after Thanksgiving. I don't do Christmas before
Now,
Thanksgiving.
what is Denise's challenge?
Denise's challenge is for the podcasters to wear Christmas-themed hats or mitts or sweaters or whatever. I think it was originally for like things on your head, but I think she expanded it for everything. So yes, Denise, we will, or I will, I don't know if Talia will, if I can find something, try to wear something Christmas themed at least once, but not till after Thanksgiving, because
I don't know if I own a lot that's Christmas
I don't,
themed.
but I want to enjoy Thanksgiving first, and then I'll go to Christmas. It's a good idea. I just can't get myself into gear until Thanksgiving is finished. So, but anyway, I digress. Welcome aboard to everybody. We have some new viewers who have joined us in the Ravelry thread officially, so we want to mention them. I'm not sure how this is pronounced. B-A-Y-I-E, who is Amy. Welcome, Amy. SJS1216, who's Samantha. And Samantha, I'm not sure, did you change your Rav name? Because I couldn't find that one when I looked. Again, Tilly Trout, who is Tilly.
And
welcome,
she has
Tilly.
a podcast?
She has a podcast. I think she has 7. She is hysterical.
She's not put up the 7th one yet.
I think I just watched 7. Or maybe,
well, maybe she just put it up because she didn't have it up last night.
I don't know. Okay, well, she has 6 or 7 podcasts up, and she is hilarious. I love her. She is amazing. And her plops. You have to watch about the plop. That's fun. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Petals to peacocks. You know those little peacots. Who is?
Because?
I'm not sure if it's Kara or Kara. You can let us know how to pronounce that.
I think it's always pronounced Kara. Every person I've known whose name is spelled like that is pronounced
Well, I don't
Kara.
know. I know I've known people who have been Kara. I knew a girl named Kara.
Okay, I've never known
But
Kara.
I think her name was spelled with a C though. So anyway, Kara. Petals to peacocks. Please let us know how you want your name pronounced. Welcome aboard. Linda Dawn64, who is Linda. We want to welcome you. And Holy Hook.
Holy Hooks, Batman.
Holy Hook, who I think it's Sitsi. That's a pretty name. I just don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. I think she's from Denmark or Sweden or something. Or maybe
she's from Denmark.
Amsterdam.
I thought she was from Denmark.
I don't remember. I have to go back and look. I just know that she's not from the U.S. And at least I think she's not from the U.S. But we want to welcome you.
She's not.
All of you. And before we go a little bit further, we welcomed everybody and all that. We want to ask you what's in
Your
mug.
mug.
I'm actually drinking chai tea. Look, Brittany, I can drink warm stuff now. I'm kind of happy about that. I have to cool it down, but I can drink it. So.
And I am drinking again my Earl Grey Moonlight that Karen Faye gave to Mom and I.
Hot. Earl Grey hot.
Yes, Earl Grey hot.
Hot. Yes.
But he didn't
Because
have it.
the line is drawn
Yeah. Make it so #1.
Whoops, there goes my bag.
Good job.
Okay. I want to thank everybody who has promised hats to Brittany. We really appreciate it.
Indeed.
Brittany, ours will be going off as soon as we can get them to the post office. I hope it meets your deadline. I was only able to do one. I hope that's okay.
I basically took one I was working on. I was like, this is a good one to give.
I did a new one. I was proud
She
of myself.
was a better person than I was.
No, I wasn't. I just found an easy pattern. Okay. So to reiterate, if you do want to give her hats, we have until the first week of December, I believe it is. And if they do not arrive by that time, she will put them in storage or whatever she does with them to hold on to them until next year.
Put them in the kitty.
So just don't worry if you get there late, because she will hold on to them until they can use them next year if they're too late for the deadline. She needs hats for male and female, sizes from teen to adult, so they can fit a variety of ages. And I was right, the deadline is the first week in December. If you want to contribute but can't get it done by that time, please send them anyway. She collects them all year round and holds on to them until the following Christmas. All right? And you can just PM her when you're ready to send them to her, and she will give you her address. Toy Long.
Indeed.
Toy Long. Love, love, love the toys. Fantastic. Yes. We had some giraffes pop up.
Oh, lovely. I have not had a chance to really...
Gelato. We had
I'm
one.
slowly catching up.
And I apologize for my delay. I did get caught up on most of the threads. I was having issues with Ravelry. Wouldn't let me post to certain threads, wouldn't let me look at patterns, wouldn't let me post pictures. So it is resolved now for the time being. I hope for good, and I hope to get caught up now permanently. So I do apologize. The third annual Toy Along is about 2/3 of the way through almost. We have one more month plus a week and a half of November. So I'm just absolutely amazed. I mean, the things I see, the creativity of all of you. I mean, people who have been adapting. Maureen, who's adapted the Bakery Bears pattern several times, 2 or 3 times. Teresa, TMB99.
Oh my gosh, the woman's
She's a toy
making
machine. She must be one of Santa's elves. She just and they're fantastic. Kiori's got a couple of really cute ones. She just put a lion that's adorable.
Oh, did she?
And Scott, Mr. Chicken. He's posted a whip that was the gelato giraffe, and then he posted a llama. I thought it was his, but I guess it's somebody else's.
Oh.
But it's nice to see some of our male contingent getting involved. That's great.
You stop mentioning people's names, because then I have to stop and write them down and...
Okay.
You're not the one who writes the show notes.
I give you my show notes already written. So it ran from October 1st. It must be started no earlier than October 1st. And anything that you are working on that is a toy, knitted or crocheted, up through December 31st is eligible. Midnight of December 31st, that night, Talia will close the thread, and then we will...
It all depends on what my work schedule is.
What work schedule is, yeah. I think you're off because that's New Year's. Are you working New Year's?
I'm working New Year's.
Okay. That's why you have Christmas off.
Yep, I work New Year's Eve and New Year's because I'm lucky that way.
Yeah. No, you're not working Christmas Eve, are you?
New Year's Eve and New Year's. Listen to
right.
Full statement, Mom. Full
well,
statement.
I figured that much.
Well, I don't usually.
Okay, I'm a little bit discombobulated. Let me see here. Whips and finished objects will be eligible for prizes, 1 chance each, unless it's a Bakery Bear or Franciscan Gypsy design pattern. Those finished objects will have 2 chances for a prize. Let's see.
But only if it's one of my toys, not
right, not the Duke. It has to be a toy. you may double dip. Of course, the Bakery Bears are our co-hosts. They are wonderful co-hosts, and theirs is going pretty strong as well, as far as I could tell.
I think I brewed this tea too long. It's a little sour. It's not usually sour.
So you can double dip with, obviously, with Kay and Dan, as long as you're members of both groups. Anyone who will accept our toys, feel free to double dip as long as it's okay with them.
Mm-hmm.
There are lots of gift alongs and finished object alongs and things like that right now for Christmas and for Thanksgiving and stuff. So if it fits, use it. We don't mind if they don't mind. I think Nicole from Nicolo's World is having something like that, and so is Sampler Girl, who is Tanya Marie, having a gift type thing. I think she's calling it the Mary Cow.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, yeah, feel free to do that if they allow. That's just fine. Sorry, chatter doesn't count. And we have a lot of chatter, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love hearing that. I love reading all that. Please tag your entries, PHNBBToy 2014 on Ravelry, and hashtag PHNBBToy 2014 on Instagram, so that people can see all your stuff and we know where it's at. We have our suggested toy designers are on the group. I'm not going to go over them again because they are there. Besides Bakery Bears and Franciscan Gypsy, we have several that we mentioned on the thread, and I think we'll just let you go see because you know where it is. We do want to thank Marigold Jen, who donated a skein of her sock weight yarn in the Fire Starter colorway. That's 438 yards. It's wonderful, and I think it's sparkle, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
What did I do here?
Karen Faye donated a skein of Verdant Griffin yarn in the Bugga Base in the blue Mormon colorway, and that's 412 yards. And Maria Wilhelmina Mariette donated a skein of Mama Llama yarn, which is 350 yards. It's a perfect sock. Bella Socks, who's Aileen, donated 2 skeins of Malabrigo lace weight in the vermilion colorway, which is a vibrant red. It's beautiful. 470 yards each for a total of 940 yards.
Mm.
George, our own 10 Hours or Less George, has donated 3 of his patterns, and he's had some really awesome ones come up recently, so you guys are lucky. He will send a coupon code to each of the winners when they are announced. And we have 1 skein of No Maker's Fingering sock yarn in the Sparkle Gnome base in the To Be Jolly colorway that we will give it away, and also 1 Ploverbird small project bag, Stacking Dolls fabric.
I believe she's on hiatus right now.
She is on hiatus right now. So we want to thank all of our donors for those wonderful gifts, because they are the only reason we can give such amazing prizes. Thank you very much. Do you have anything else to say about the toy along? Are you ready to start with I can't think of the word.
Rough draft?
Rough draft, thank you.
Before I go into that, I have a little bit of publicity. As I mentioned very briefly last week, my first knitted pattern, the Duke, was to go live. I had just finished it last week. It's been live for a week, and it's free until December 1st. So if you haven't picked it up already, it's still available for you guys to grab before it ends up having a price tag attached to it. And for a little while, as Allison, it was Allison, I believe, who pointed it out. I haven't responded yet.
I think it was Allison.
The Duke was actually on the top 20 patterns being looked at on Ravelry on that little front page.
That's awesome.
For about 2 days, which is kind of cool. And the last numbering for the number of people who picked it up so far has been 1,540. So thank you guys for all your advertising and the like.
Picking it up and all that. That's awesome. So,
yeah, that has been going quite well. I'm rather excited about it.
That's quite a thrill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, how many books do you have?
I think I have 4. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4.
I have. Here we go. Can't figure out why this is sour this time. It's never sour. I must have oversteeped it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, well, you go first.
Okay, so.
See, Allison, I told you nothing was wrong. We were just a little bit busy with, I told Allison in the thread, she was worried about us because we had only like 2 projects. We were just busy with obligation stuff that had to be gotten out.
And I think last week was during my, was right after my work stretch. Yeah, whenever I have my weekend to work, I don't get as much knitting done.
Right.
So in the, what I call my bigger on the inside TARDIS bag, my large Ploverbird TARDIS, is a design, a toy design, and I've been working on this one for a while. I'm hoping to get it done before Christmas and have it come out for the new year.
And it's cute. I'm looking forward to making that one.
So
It's been a long time in coming.
He's in progress in here. Yes, it is a he.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure it's a he.
Oh, before we go back, Knitpicks is having a big sale.
Oh, yes.
For this whole week. It's a Black Friday
and
sale.
it really does apply because I do all my toy designing off of Knitpicks yarn. My preferred yarn for toy designing is Knitpicks.
Right, and they're having a sale up to 84% off, I think it is, for up to 800 yarns. So I want to check it out if you haven't already.
Yes.
We couldn't get in at the very beginning. It locked us out.
Yeah, it was
really,
like everyone hit the site at the same time.
Yeah, everybody's waiting for it. So, and it started yesterday. But anyway, okay, that being said, they do have Felicia yarn for those of you who have been asking about it. Okay, you have one more?
Oh, yeah, I'll do one more and then. Actually, that's the one that I'm working on. So, let me stall and talk about it while I try to finish this row. This is a scrap log cabin blanket, which is based on the log cabin. They've been calling it a recipe. I've never actually read the recipe. I saw how other people work on their log cabins and was like, oh, I think this is how it's done. And I've been using different yarns left over from projects. Everything from like a DK Sport to a bulky. I was asked in the group, I can't remember if it was Allison or Brittany, one of y'all asked how, I thought it was one of you two anyway, asked how I adjusted for the change in yarn weight. And I just basically pick up more or less stitches based on how much it puckers, and just go from there. I really am not very scientific about it. I pick up stitches where I think stitches should be picked up. This is my...
Her way is the right way.
This is very much my mindless, I don't have to think about it project. It gets worked on when I want to work on it, and when I don't want to work on it, I don't work on it. There's no stress involved. And I'm so almost finished with this row. Currently I'm using my Golden Marigold Jen yarn. This came from the Zuzu's petals that I called the Oklahoma Hello. The one that I did end up keeping for myself. And I wore it with a deep red sweater, my Himalaya, which was a Melski pattern. And
pretty dramatic.
It was a very dramatic combination. It worked very well, the red and the gold. It's a combination I'll probably wear again later. But almost there.
You know, we're wearing opposite colors again.
I know. You're wearing my color, I'm wearing yours.
Give it to me.
No.
Give it to me. And you have white enough for the flag.
Yes. You have white too. 3 stitches. 1.
3 stitches? No, that's not us. That's not us.
3. Okay, there we go. So, let me write down the 2 people I talked about.
And 3 stitches?
Allison. Okay. So, now that I've stalled successfully.
You failed.
Here it is so far. I'm not sure if I was on this color yet. I think I might have been on this color when we were talking last time. I might have just started it. I haven't worked on this blanket a lot this week because other things had demanded my attention. But it has gotten some love. And I am enjoying the fact that it's starting to cover my lap. Especially with the fact that they're calling for snow tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah. Fair amount of snow, about 5 inches.
So, that is that.
Okay. My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. My first project is the apple of my eye blanket, my knitted baby blanket. That is all Tanya's fault. Thank you, Tanya. Tanya Marie, who is the Sampler Girl. wonderful podcast. You need to watch it if you don't already.
Watch / listen because she's actually
Yeah, she does both.
a audio podcast, but she does go on YouTube occasionally.
This is the back of it. I think I did about 6, maybe even 8 rows on it this past week.
It's quite a bit for you.
Yeah. I really like it. I really do. I think that this is one of my plops, Tilly. This is one of my plops. Tilly Trout. I love that. I first heard about the plop actually from Denise, who is knitting down.
And basically that's a long-term project.
It's what she called it. She explained it on the board, and I already forgot what it was because I was doing it in a hurry. But it's something about long-term project, and this is one of them. So I don't feel guilty about putting other things on the hooks.
I never feel guilty about putting other things on the hooks.
I don't either, but it's fun. I like the term. So this is one of my plops, and it's living in my Knitting's My Bag, French lady's bag that got spilled, and you can't see it anymore, which is awesome. So I am enjoying this. It was fun to get back to knitting. I haven't knitted in quite a while, so it was fun to know I could still knit and purl. So, yeah. Okay.
Yes, it's my turn again. I actually, because I got so much of my Christmas knitting done, I suddenly felt this freedom to work on whatever I wanted. Not that I didn't enjoy the Christmas knitting, it's just that
it's obligation.
It's obligation,
and
now
you had to be what other people needed or wanted.
So this is in my Batman bag that was custom order from Ploverbird. Here's the Caliente, which is My Lady Sunnyside by Tanis Lavelli. There's 2 E's at the end.
Lovely?
Wouldn't it be lovely? Okay, so anyway, I'm using Dragonfly fibers in the Traveler base, and the colorway is Airport Hot Sauce. I'm knitting size 36.
I think this might be too big for me.
It looks like it might be.
I wonder if I should go down a size because I'm using worsted instead of sport.
I'm like, anyway.
Sorry.
So, it's coming along. And I have too much around my neck to really try it on, but there's where the shoulder, each shoulder will be. The cables on either side of the arm, and then along the top. It's starting to look, you can start to see where it's forming to be a nice sweater. It's a little bit brighter of a red than is showing up. It's not quite as deep.
Yeah.
It's a very rich red.
I apologize to anyone who has earbuds.
If you guys can visualize if you can visualize hot sauce.
Tabasco sauce.
Tabasco sauce. It's exactly that color. It's very gorgeous. So I am enjoying this. I will definitely enjoy too, though, when I get to the point where I'm on the body and I have more of a sweater.
Excuse me.
But my sweaters have kind of been languishing for other projects.
I need a pen. I don't know.
So that is this one.
Do you have a pen? I know I have one in one of my bags, but
I will need that back.
I know.
Let's see. So you have, what, 3 left to talk about?
I do.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll talk about one more. So then the next one that I'm going to talk about, it's in my Knitting's My Bag, Birdie Bag. And this is Noelle. It's my Selena the Cat pattern. And I'm using Knit Picks Brava Sport in the colorways white, black, grass, and cotton candy. I haven't started with the cotton candy.
Who's the cotton candy?
Well, you don't see
Oh,
it
it's
on
not
here.
on
It's not
yet.
on yet.
'Cause I just ordered that for
It is here.
another project. Yeah, okay, that'll work.
This is cotton candy if you're curious. The light's shining off of it too much.
It's a really light. It looks like cotton candy.
Yeah.
A little darker than you might think of cotton candy,
But here's Noelle. I'm starting to ease up into her body. Just a little bit farther than I was last time. I did a few rows.
it's cute.
So, she's developing slowly but surely. She got a little bit of love. She's starting to look a little bit less like just a disembodied head. Her body's starting to form. So,
That's always good.
enjoying that project. So there's that.
All right, my next project was not on the hook last week. It's called Frozen from the Basic Chunky Hat Pattern by Stacy Trock. It is a free pattern, and I'm making it for me because it's getting cold. And I have it in, I don't have my yarns down because I can't find the ball bands. I think they're in the other bag. This is how far, I only started it this morning. So this is the top of the hat. It's 2 yards held together because it is meant for a bulky weight, and I didn't have a bulky weight in the colors I wanted. Well, that's coming up kind of nice. You can see the colors.
Mm-hmm.
The colors I'm using for the hat itself, these 2 are held together, and the brim will be in these 2, which are slightly different. You'll be able to see it better when I put it on the hat, but
It's very slightly different.
it's very slightly different. And it's not so variegated that it'll look strange to have variegated and variegated. It's actually more of a kind of a mottled
Mm-hmm.
kind of look to it. And I like this pattern. It's not a difficult pattern, and it works up very, very quickly. And it's not, it's caught with my, oh there, I see what I did. I'm trying to, that took brains. There we go. What was I saying?
I don't know what you were saying.
I don't know. It's not like some of these cloches and things. It's a standard hat, a beanie, but it's really warm, and this one's a lot softer than the other one I made in the past.
Mm-hmm.
The other one I had to wash. Okay, to get it to be wearable. This is in my Knitting's My Bag, Angel's bag, because it has all 4 skeins of yarn in it. So that's what that is.
Okay, the next one is in my turtles bag. I'm calling this Thornton.
Thornton, as in John Thornton.
Mm-hmm, exactly. This is my pattern, the Duke. And I'm using some yarn I got for free at the Fiber Festival, Shannara Fiber Festival. They gave us for volunteering.
You haven't used mine yet. I don't do mine yet.
So this is Juniper Moon Farm Harriet Heathers in the colorway 1006 Moss. This is a new to me yarn, making it for Mom. Yay! Not making the yarn for Mom, making the Duke for Mom. Cable's showing up a little bit. It's a little concerned that the cable will be eaten by the colors, but I think it'll show up okay.
Yeah.
I was also a little concerned that the alpaca wouldn't show the cables, but I think it'll be okay.
Because of the fuzziness?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a little drapier than the acrylic.
Which is good. I don't like things really up against my neck. Real tight.
And I also wanted to see how it would work up in something that was not acrylic so I could block it. So, this has gotten some love. I just attached in the round. Oh, there we go. There's a cable bouncing into sight. So, that's it so far for that. I find it to be a fairly simple pattern.
I wonder why.
And I am actually reading the pattern so I can make sure that I catch any mistakes. So, that's that one.
Alright, my next pattern is my Lothlorien mitt. It was not on the hooks.
Yeah, I don't think that was on the hook
last
time.
week. I actually started this after I started the hat I just showed you. And this is from the Club Snappy Band and Mitts pattern by Heidi Yates. It is a free pattern. I couldn't find it because I kept forgetting to put the Snappy Band and Mitts. I just kept putting mitts because that's what it says here.
Oh.
And it's a band and mitts, your headband.
Oh, okay.
I'm using a crochet 6mm J-hook and Lion Brand Woolly Solids, Heathers and Twists in the Avocado and Forest Green Heather colorways. This is the Avocado. This is the I guess it's the main part because I'm going to be doing the band in a different color. This is the Avocado, and this is how far I've gotten. It's a cluster stitch, not a double crochet. I don't think I'm giving anything away because I'm not saying how you make the cluster. The other color I will be using for this.
It looks very open.
Not really. It's not too bad. It's for the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
But this is, I think, is probably going to be more for the house or just going outside for a few minutes or something. I have a pair of mittens I'm going to make, but I have to pay attention to it because I need to find the right yarn with the right hook for it. The other color is this one here. This is what I'm going to be making the band out of. And that is in the Forest Green Heather. And it's all living in my Ploverbird Animals in the Park bag. And it matches. Yes, I match. I can match colors. And I'm enjoying it. It's working out pretty fast. It's, I'm not sure how I feel about woolies. It's a little bit rough, or I guess I call it rustic.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can wash this, though, so maybe it'll soften up when I wash it. Hopefully it won't be itchy on my hands. But I'm enjoying it so far. It's a fun pattern, and if I find that I like the way it looks and I like the headband, it'll make nice gifts.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's this.
Okay, next one is another new on the needles project. Oh, I forgot to get Davina to give me her Diana's hat. Well, you guys saw Diana's hat last week. I finished that. I actually finished it on the air last week.
Right.
I'm not going to go and make her get it. She's exercising right now.
She was thrilled that everybody liked seeing her again.
Mm-hmm, yes, she was. But, so she got her Diana's hat, but I need another one for my purse because this is a really good purse project. It takes a while to work on, so I'm not likely to finish it and not have anything to work on out in public. So I'm calling this Thor. It's Diana's Hat Pattern by Joanna Johnson. And I actually forgot to write down my colorway names. Here it is.
That's Thunder.
Well, yeah, I know it's Thunder, but this is Cascade Yarns Heritage Paints in the Thunder colorway. I just haven't written down my notes yet. And it really is a lovely color. It's for Mom. She's been asking for Diana's hat for a while.
Well, I haven't kept asking.
She wanted originally for me to do one in the yarn that she used for her first sweater.
Well,
our second sweater.
Yeah.
But she wanted me to do this one first because it goes with more things. So it's kind of a grayishy, blackishy, bluishy.
I think a thunderstorm sky.
Yeah.
Thundery, stormy sky.
So there it is.
It's a really nice color.
It really is very pretty.
It doesn't show. It doesn't show up well in these lights. It shows up best outside.
It's very, very subtle changes.
Mm-hmm. It's very, very pretty.
So that's been getting some love whenever I'm out and about.
Okay.
Your turn.
All right, my next project is my What's in the Square blanket. And I've actually got fair amount of work done on this. I had doctor's appointments and things, so spent a lot of time in waiting rooms this week. So this is what got the work, the love. I did this color. No, this color. I did this color.
They can't see that color, Mom.
Yes, I can. I guess I'm off your screen. This color, and then I started this color here. So I made a fair amount of progress on it. I'm heading toward the yellows. It's like Talia said, this is my second plot, and like Talia said, this is kind of my mindless. I'll do it when I want to, and just kind of relax with it. I do it when we're watching a movie, or if I don't feel like I can concentrate on anything else. I use an eye hook for this, and I'm just working out of my own head. I'm using a half double crochet stitch. Pretty simple stuff. And I like the way it's turning out. It's completely different from Talia's. The way it's turning out, but I like it.
Yeah, mine's on the wrong end right now.
Yeah, my wrong end. Mine's on the right end. This is my wrong end. It doesn't look much different. So.
No, crochet's different that way.
Depending on the stitch that you're using. So that's it's in my Vera Bradley, my big bag, my Vera Bradley bag. So I'll move my other bag. It should be able to sit in here for a while. But it's fun, and those people who keep saying they want to do it should go ahead and do it. Philippa from Portugal. Yeah, you can do this with us. Knit it or crochet it. Yeah, you could just pick out look at my hair. Just pick out whatever yarn you want and maybe do it with us. It'll be fun. You can do one big square if you want to do it like Kay and Denise and do multiple squares, whatever you want. We'd love to see it.
Yeah. Most people seem to be doing the multiple squares.
I don't like to sew. So
yeah, I'd rather just keep adding
blocks. Logs.
Logs, yeah.
Even if logs get really thin. We're going to get to a point where we're going to use the whole skeins of yarn to do a log. But it's a lot of fun. It's a good stash buster. I do have yarn in here from different projects. In fact, and
I'll probably end up reusing yarns.
I have enough yarn from one of my other projects. I think, I have enough yarn at this point to use it. I think if I use it by the time I get back to the blues, it might be a very thin stripe. But that's the way it goes. That's the nature of the blanket.
Right.
So, yeah, and it's very warm. This is very warm. But that's my last one.
Okay, I have one more. This is new as well, and it is completely Tilly Trout's fault. I have been looking for a hat. I had a really cabley one set aside, but I have too many things going right now to do a really cabley hat that's complicated. And Tilly Trout was talking about the Alvieri, I believe it's pronounced Alvieri, patterned by Woolly Worm hat. She just finished one. It was really pretty.
She does some really nice work.
So I went ahead and cast it on. I called it the Dark Cherry Hat. And I'm using Cascade Yarns Cascade 220 paints in the colorway Dark Sunset.
That's Dark Sunset?
That's what they called it.
That's weird.
Not sure why it's Dark Sunset, but when you type in the colorway number, that's
right.
what pops up on Ravelry.
That's funny.
So I'm out of the ribbing part. It makes me think in some ways of the Diana's hat, not a lot. It's a little slouchy, and it's got it switched between pearls and knits, the way the Diana's hat does, except it has this ribbing. I probably won't do the pom-pom. Actually, I know I won't do the pom-pom in the back. Pom-poms aren't my thing. But I'm enjoying this. Started this last night. With the cold weather coming in, I really want a hat. I won't have it done in time for the snow, but at least I have it started.
Right.
And that's what's important. So, this has gotten some love. It was started this morning, around midnight, so.
Yeah, we were kind of busy yesterday and today starting things.
So that's this one right here. And I knit with two circulars. So, there we go. Actually, I'm going to keep this right here. Okay, now on the bookshelf.
On the bookshelf. How many do you have?
Well, I already talked about this Diana's hat, but I don't have that available to show. So I have 1.5.
1.5?
I call it half because it's really been done-ish for a while.
Oh, okay. Well, which one do you want to show first?
I guess I could show the half first. How many do you have?
2.
Okay. So.
Okay, Jones. Your talk about Delia, the cookbook that you had, reminded me that when we were in England, I did pick up a cookbook by Delia, and I was going to show it on the podcast, but when I cleaned up my cookbooks, I must have put it somewhere else. I had to ask my husband where it is. But if I can find it, I'll show it to you, and then you can tell me if you have it. Maybe we can make something together. That would be fun. So, Kay, what's in your oven?
So.
Kay Jones. Kay Jones. Hi, Kay. Hi, Dan.
So this is finally finished. This is from Scrap Yarn. It's the Jane Cobb hat. I just decided not to add the ear flap. So really, it's been done for a while. It's just too lazy to finish with the ear flap.
Is that for Brittany?
Yeah, this is for Brittany. And my hair actually looks somewhat nice today, so I'm not going to put this on.
Okay. So. My finished object, my first one, is also a hat. This is for Brittany. And Brittany, it took me like 3 hours or something to do this hat. This is another of Stacy Trock's chunky hats. I used these 2 yarns held together for the body of the hat. I think this is cranberry and this is charcoal. But this is the hat. I actually washed it. And you can see, so I won't put it on because I just already washed it. But I like the way it turned out.
I really like the way the colors worked out.
I like the colors worked out very nice. So Brittany, this will be going off with ties in the same package to you. Hopefully it'll get to you by the deadline. If not, I guess you'll just put it aside. But and this, like I said, wasn't on my hooks either. It was just something that Brittany.
It really flew off.
It was fast. So we do that for Brittany. I want to see a book pill. I like my bag beneath. And my little rooted book pill. Thank you, Tyler.
You're welcome.
Okay. What's your next finished object?
This one was not started last week. It came on the needles and off the needles.
That was really fast.
Well, I started Friday night? No, I started Saturday. I started Friday or Saturday because
I think it was Friday after we got back from the store, from the commissary.
Because my hands are so cold after.
Yeah, because that's what it is. Because after the commissary, we were really cold, and you decided to start the mittens.
Yeah. I didn't start till that night though.
Right. Well, we didn't get home till that night. We went late.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if I started before midnight, but we were really cold. I was really regretting the fact that I didn't have anything for my hands, so I just went ahead and started some mittens. This is the mittens pattern by Naomi Furtado. Actually, I might have started this Monday. Not Monday. No, I might have started this. No, it was Friday.
Yeah.
It was Friday.
Yeah.
Friday or Saturday. So I call this Christmas Spirit because the color was making me think of Christmas.
It's a really pretty color.
This is the wide rib mittens pattern by Naomi Furtado, and this is Madeline Tosh Vintage in the tart colorway.
I like them. They're nice and simple.
Yes, they're nice. They're simple. Next time I might make the ribbing a little longer. But it was a really quick pattern. And I'm happy with them. I don't usually wear mittens, but what I liked about this is it was very adjustable. It told you how far to go if you have to make the mittens fit for your particular hands. Because I have very long hands.
We both do, yeah. It's a family trait.
Most gloves and mittens kind of pull a little bit. I had to actually lengthen the glove part, mitten part of the main hand, and the thumb part.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
by several rows. So.
Were the thumbs worked? How did you work the thumbs?
Well, this is not a free pattern.
Oh, well, I just wanted to know if you used a circular or if you used DPNs.
Oh, I don't use DPNs anymore much. I use them for my socks, and that's about it. No, I magic looped for this whole project. I haven't magic looped in a while, but I magic looped for this. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, that's an increase there. Okay. So, yeah, this is, that's this project. I thought I had a tail sticking out. Oh, that's why I did have a tail sticking out. Okay.
Wagging his tail behind it.
So, yes, this will be nice. I wanted to make sure I finished it before the snow, even if I didn't get the hat finished. And I chose the hat's yarn to match my mittens. So, I obviously won't be able to knit with these, but these are really for the cold weather coming up.
Right.
Not for in the house. Just because I don't get days off from work when it snows. I have to go out.
Yeah.
So, that's these.
Okay, as a side note, I have what most people call a needle adjacent project. I call it a hook adjacent project. I have a pair of mittens. The reason I started the mitts was because I was too tired to look at the mittens, and I had to do adjustments because, like her pattern, mine's crochet, but her pattern, it had all the different sizes that you could have for your hand measurement.
You see, I didn't have to measure my hand.
Excuse me. But it has it for worsted, DK, sport, and fingering weight. And I was going to start it, and then I realized that the worsted was more for like a man, for a man's hand. So I think that I may have to either go down a hook size, but that would be hard with the yarn. Better to go maybe down a size and do it that way. And see, so I'm looking forward to doing that. But my other, we're doing finished objects, right?
Yeah.
This finished object is my Belle of the Ball. It's from it's an adaptation of Sarah Sweetheart's, you can all tell me, the Surabelle. And it's a stole shawl kind of thing. It turned out really well. I like it. I did block it. I did.
Now what's the yarn?
This is Malabrigo sock, I believe. Let's see, I'll tell you.
Inquiring minds want to know.
It is Malabrigo yarn sock in the Carabino colorway, and I used an.
I wonder if it's Carabino.
It might be Carabino. I like this. The recipient is lucky that they're getting it. So it was fun to make. It was a little bit fiddly because it kept making me think that usually when you do this pattern, it's a lot thinner, it's a lot narrower. So I felt like I was pulling the stitches, but I wasn't, and I kept ripping back. It would have been a lot quicker if I just ignored it and kept going, because I wasn't pulling it. It was just the weight of the stitches, and it's fine. So it's a really pretty color, and the yarn came from my deep stash. Oh, look at how pretty the...
Oh yeah, it's turned up really nicely.
Yeah. So that, it didn't take very long. I think I started it at the beginning of this month. Maybe the end of last month? I don't know, somewhere around there. And it's in my, here's my bag, peacock bag. And it matches. Makes me happy that it matches. That goes in there. And that will be well into its person pretty soon here. Okay.
Alrighty. So, autobiography, loving my great courses class. I'm currently doing the medieval England from the beginning of Britain, so Romans to the Tudors. Thoroughly enjoying it. I just finished with the 100 Years' War, so that is Edward III. So just finished with that. And of course that means I finished with Richard and John and all of them. Very very awesome. I've been thoroughly enjoying that class. And then sort of Shannara, which is
Oh,
actually
okay.
Elfstones right now.
Right.
I probably stayed up an hour longer than I should have.
Trying to catch up with me.
Well, it wasn't just trying to catch up. I was at a point. It's a very
good book.
It's a very good book, and I was at a point in the book that's very riveting. It was very hard to find a stopping point. Not that there weren't chapter breaks. The chapters are actually very decently, very decent sizes.
Yeah, as opposed to last time where they were a little bit
Long.
long.
But I kept going, well, I'll just go until this point.
Right.
I kept going like, oh, I want to see what happens to Will and Amberly here. I just want to see them to this point.
Right.
And I kept going, I just want to see them to this point. And finally I had to just be like, okay, I need to stop here. I'm never going to go to bed. So if I'm starting to fade a little bit, it's because I didn't get quite enough sleep because of Elfstones and Shannara.
Okay. Let's see here. I am almost finished with it. I think I have 2 chapters to go.
I think I had like 5.
I was happy that I was catching all the clues of what's going to happen.
I've read the book prior. This is Mom's first time reading it.
This is my first time reading this particular series of Terry Brooks.
And then we have Wish Song of Shannara, and then we go into the quadrilogy of Heritage,
which is my favorite.
And that's Scions.
Scions. I can't think of the names. What's the Dark Uncle's one?
No, it's not Druid.
I don't know. I forget.
I don't know either.
I don't remember the names. I just know I really like the story.
I only remember the name of the first. Well, the Elf Queen is hers, isn't it?
I think so. Yes.
Because you have Scions, Elf Queen.
I think the Druid is the last one.
Yeah, I forget what the Dark Uncle's.
I forget what that is, but
called.
It's really, really good. It's my favorite of his books that I've read.
It might have been Air.
Science is Air. Well, those sons.
Yeah, you have Science. I think you have Science Shannara, Air Shannara.
I don't think that's right. I mean, it might be.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Elf Queen and I don't think Druid sounds right.
I don't know what it is.
I can't remember.
We'll let you know. We'll try to let you know
when we get to
when we get to that point.
Heritage.
But the book is really good, and I'm looking forward to reading the next one in the series because this one, like I said, I have not read. So.
And I've only read the next one in the series once.
Okay, so that'll be fun. I have done some writing. I posted the first half of my book that had been accepted by a publishing house, and then the publishing house closed, and I just put it aside because I didn't feel like I could go through it again. The editing process, because of what happened, there was some tragic type things that happened. A lot of the editing was only partially done. So I'm in the process of doing some polishing so I can either resubmit it or self-publish this book. So the first half of the first chapter has been looked at by my writing group at Writers Village, and getting favorable results for the changes I made, because my style has changed, hopefully for the better. And I also wrote a 500-word free write to the Writer's Voice and an altered 630-word version to my Writer's Percolator group online. Getting ready to post, I was prompt mistress all week for the Percolator, which means I put up prompts of various kinds for the week for my fellow writers and myself to write to, which is a lot of fun. What else? We talked about Shannara. Oh, my I spent most of this last 3 days cooking. The soups for Thanksgiving, the string beans are done with the string beans almondine with the mushrooms is done. I have 4 soups. Talia made one of them, but I have 3 soups that I made. And I'm getting ready to make the pumpkin pie and all that kind of stuff. So that's keeping me busy, and it's kind of kept me from knitting as much as I like or crocheting as much as I like.
I'm going to be spending my Thanksgiving being thankful I have a job, because I'm going to be there for Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, so I don't get a holiday.
We're hoping she gets on call for Wednesday.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We want to thank... Oh, do you have anything else to say before we thank the other people?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Why do I have something else to say?
I don't know. Oh, do you have any royalties?
No.
Okay, I do have one.
Other than the pattern that I picked up.
I have one royalty. I joined Stacy Trock's Fresh Stitches. What's it called? Something kit.
Oh, I can't remember.
I can't remember what it's called. It's a kit. And I only did it for the 1 month. I just wanted to see what it was like. And it came in today. And it is a cute little, she gives you everything you need for this. The eyes and the pattern. And I'm not sure what this is.
It's just a little goodie. She sends.
But I don't know what it is exactly.
I'm not really quite sure.
It's some kind of a little, I don't know. I don't want to open it up, but I don't know if you can see this thing up here, this yellow thing. It looks like a clothespin to me. I'm not sure.
I'm not quite sure what it's
not
for.
I'm not sure.
I wonder if it cuts.
It might.
Yeah, I think it's little scissors, Mom.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's little scissors.
Okay, well, I don't know, but that maybe for yarn and for thread.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to. Hiya. Yeah, puppy snips.
So it's for yarn.
So that was a really nice little. The pattern looks like the starfish or something.
Yeah, I think it's starfish. It's kind of cute.
It's kind of cute. I can't really take him out. If I get a chance, I'll try to make him by the next podcast. No guarantees with Thanksgiving.
He should go really quickly, though.
But yeah, she gives us everything we need for it, so I'm looking forward to making it. She says it should be about 5 inches, and she sent me her little button, Fresh Stitches button. So that's.
Is the owl winking?
Yes, he is. That's kind of fun. So that was that. I did win a prize from Indie String, who is Kay, but I don't have it yet to show you. When I get it, I will show you. I'm excited about it. Madeline Tosh yarn is always exciting. So I will let you know when that arrives. But that is all I have for stash enhancements.
Nope, I'm good. I'm a little bit, like I said, I'm starting to fade a little bit. But
okay.
You can blame Will and Amberly and the cast of.
Why don't we?
Etria? Is Etria the broker?
Eteria.
I can never figure out how to pronounce her name. Eteria.
Yeah. Why don't you go right to the source and blame Terry Brooks?
Okay, we can blame Terry Brooks.
He can take the hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to thank the people who have donated prizes that we'll continue to give. We still have some in stock. Bella Socks, who donated several skeins of yarn. Maria Wilhelmina, who also donated several skeins of yarn. We want to thank them both for their generosity, because, like I said, we can't do this without you guys. Thank you so much. We want to thank Svetlana Knits for the comment on YouTube, and Heidi Undead Yarn, who's Nitty Girl, for the shout out on her podcast. And yes, Heidi, you are very welcome.
And Heidi, I hope you found that episode of Stuff You Missed in History Class where we're talking about the Pig Wars.
Yeah.
Because I know you were talking about that last episode.
Oh, and Heidi, I was going through very quick because I had trouble with the internet. And with the Ravelry group, I was trying to answer everybody, and I think I missed your comment on the podcast thread. It was not.
She was just ignoring you.
It was not
She's a jerk
intentional.
like that.
It was not intentional. Yes, it's all her fault because she has no gargoyle in her shop. Heidi, you know I'm kidding.
I think she took the gargoyle with her on.
Well, she said the gargoyle that she made a big old vat of it, and it's going to be roadkill because it didn't come out the way she wanted.
Oh, okay.
I would like to see how it turned out.
Oh,
though.
I want to know how her show went.
Oh, that's not till January.
No, I thought that the show was this coming weekend.
I don't know. I wanted to show you though, and I started working with the sample that she gave me.
And now this is the winter miser.
It's not the flame one. It's the frozen miser or
frozen miser,
snow miser or something like that. I haven't gotten to blue yet.
Miser.
I think I'm going to take this out and do it in the round for my.
And it's based off of the
There's the blue.
The day that's something about Christmas being outlawed. Remember that one with the Top of the Penguin? and a young red-headed Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's exactly who I thought it was.
Just
put
one foot in front of the other,
and soon you'll be walking down the road. Yeah. We gotta get the words right.
Yes, but that one.
That one, yes, I remember it.
I think it's a snowmeister.
Yeah, I think so. Because of Meister.
Yeah, Burgelmeister is the guy in the town.
Yeah, you need to do Burgermeister, Heidi.
Yeah.
The Burgermeister.
I always liked Topper.
Topper was the rabbit, right?
Penguin.
That's right, Penguin. Oh, the rabbit was from Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, it's Penguin.
Yes, the penguin, a cute little penguin. But yeah, it's a cute movie. So that's what the reference is to.
That's the only thing I could think of with the
Ice
Meister.
That's exactly what I thought of. But she said also one was Firemeister.
Which I don't remember.
I don't know what that is. So maybe we're thinking of the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it has a dual meaning. So, but I'm liking this. It has a little bit of sparkle to it. I think I am going to take it out and do it in the round and see if I get better coverage, because I want it to go under this.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure I get enough coverage for it. Excuse me. I needed something to drink. Okay. So are you finished?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. If you are in the United States, and if you're not in the United States, then we wish you a happy week filled with everything you like to do, whether it's knitting, crocheting, whatever it is. And we hope to see you next week. This is Pen, Hook, and Needles, episode 130, and that's a wrap.